rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy Whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Headlines spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning Whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Now we're seeing how this is working out. It looks like this is working pretty good. Good to see all you fine people this morning. Look at that. See, I've also included something there that you probably haven't seen before. You see right below me, right underneath me there. See, it shows what chat's saying right there. About 2 in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. How you guys doing? I love this. This is so much better. And the other cool part is you if you watch over here in this top corner, you'll see that it'll come popping up if there's a super chat that comes in, and it'll have a cool little thing that it does. It's pretty neat. I'm like, this is I like this one. I like the new setup too. Yeah, it's much clearer, much prettier looking. I'm enjoying the setup. Yes. Yes, this is absolutely cool as hell. Now I can still also pull up your chats just like this. So I can still pull up the chats just like that. I love it. I love it. This is so much better. So much better. So much prettier too. Just like all you guys. And oh my gosh, it happened in Oregon. It really happened in Oregon. Right here. The West Coast, Oregon kills its genderful mascot. Why would it do such a thing? Well, political intrigue shivers down the coastline of the West Coast, this week, with a new beta male installing a position where he needs to be an alpha, and a county leader in San Diego being scared out of her job. Oregon says goodbye to Blobby the beta. Plus, it took a look at some of the Soto vote. I'm not sure that word. I don't speak Latin or understand it all the way. Grants the West Coast, states hoovered up. And well, you won't believe this. They're wasting your money. Let's go. Let's see what they have to say. Here's California Representative Kevin Kiley, the man who is, and this is juicy, Governor Gavin Newsom's congressman has gone through the checklist of all the dumb things California has spent money on and laid out for all to hear. He does so in light of the California fires. Yeah, see right up there in the top corner. Thank you, Mel Klump. Donated $5 through a super chat. Thank you so much. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. And plus, I can still pull it up right here. I love this. This is so much better. Man, this is so cool. I'm loving this setup. This just so much better than what I had going on before. Ah, thank you so much, Mel. You got to try that one out. Now, whenever it's one of those really high-end ones, one of the big dollar spenders up there, it actually plays music or something like that. I can't remember how I set it up, but I may adjust that to a lower one. Thank you so much. That's for you right there. I love it. Love it. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. And it says, yeah, has spent money on, laid out for all to hear. Does so in light of the California fires, where we discovered there just wasn't enough political will to put water in reservoirs or build new ones, but there's plenty of will to waste your tax money. In this installment of On the Floor of the House of Representatives, Kylie explains California's high-speed train, of which not one foot has been built. Though billions have been spent, the claims it's a waste of money and proves it's time to cry no mas and junk the program. Just listen to this. This is insane.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy to report that the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency has homed in on perhaps the single greatest example of government waste in United States history, and that is California's high-speed rail boondoggle. Here are the facts that the Doge X handle cited, all of which are true. The high-speed rail project was originally projected in 2008 to cost $33 billion. It is now projected to cost up to $127.9 billion. Its estimated completion date was 2020. Of course, we are past 2020 now. As of 2024, 0 passengers have been transported. Indeed, the majority of the system has not even been fully designed. And yet, it has received $6.8 billion in federal funds, and they're requesting an additional $8 billion in federal funds. In short, the cost has quadrupled, and nothing has been built. Or actually, I'm being a little bit unfair. There was an announcement earlier this year in May where the High-Speed Rail Authority, which really has to strain to come up with milestones to advertise to the public, there was a lot of hoopla surrounding the unveiling of an $11 billion bridge to nowhere that took 9 years to build, which is about the only thing that the High-Speed Rail Authority has to show for its efforts over the last 16 years. A few years ago, the New York Times did an expose, the New York Times, reporting that at the current pace, the high-speed rail project will not be completed this century. I actually asked Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg about this, whether he agreed with the New York Times assessment, and he said, oh yeah, it'll be completed this century, although I gave him several opportunities to give his own best estimation of when it will be completed, and he declined to do so. To give you a sense of how bad things are, in the early days of the project, the lead operator abandoned the project to go and build a rail system in North Africa because they said that there it was, quote, less politically dysfunctional than California. That operator, by the way, brought a high-speed train online in Morocco in 2018. So high-speed trains are not impossible to build. Californians, Americans travel abroad and they ride them. And they say, why can't we have them here? It's just impossible in California because of stratospheric levels of political incompetence.
Ooh.
Indeed, the head of the California High-Speed Rail Authority testified last year that the project is $100 billion short in funding, in spite of all of the billions that have been poured in by California taxpayers and through federal support, still a $100 billion funding gap. Actually, this was the former head of the Rail Authority because they've since gotten a new one, and they're now up to 5 CEOs throughout the life of the project. So the number of CEOs outnumber the number of passengers 5-0. And what are some of the things that some of these past leaders of the high-speed rail project have had to say about it? Well, you can ask Michael Tenenbaum, who was the first chairman of the High-Speed Rail Authority, who said, quote, I realized the system didn't work. I don't know how they can build it now. Or there is Dan Richard, the longest serving chairman of the California High-Speed Rail Authority, who said, "I don't think it is an existing project, it is a loser." Or Rich Tomac, the head of the California Rail Foundation, who said it will never be operable. Jerry Brown, former governor of California, and perhaps the biggest supporter of the project, has derided the train, opponents of the train, as small-minded people. But this is an incredibly small-minded project. In fact, it's a non-existent project at this point in time. But even if built, even if the high-speed train, quote-unquote high-speed, magically materializes by the end of the decade, it will still be yesterday's technology. China right now is working on a train that they are planning to complete by the end of the decade that will go up to 1,000 kilometers per hour. So at this point, it is past time to stop throwing good money after bad. We should end all federal support for the high-speed rail project, because that federal support is keeping the project on life support and is then forcing California taxpayers to continue to pay billions and billions of dollars more. Meanwhile, our roads are among the very worst in the country, despite us paying the highest taxes in the country. That is the very definition, by the way, of inefficiency, when you pay the most and you get the least in return. So high-speed rail, in short, is a staggering waste of taxpayer dollars that fails to meet the transportation needs of either today or tomorrow. And I look forward to working with the new DOJ Commission and my colleagues here in the House to see that we bring this boondoggle to an end once and for all.
Oh, amazing. Very well put. And the chaser is, as we pursue the database on who's getting what national grants, thanks USAID crisis, Oregon and Washington are now planning to build their own high-speed rail that would run between Vancouver, British Columbia, and the entire mega region of Cascadia. Cascadia is the name of environmentalists has given the most of the Pacific Northwest because states' names are racist and impose false borders on the land, you bigot. U.S. Department of Transportation gave the project nearly $50 million spiff to accelerate climate and equity goals in phase 2 of the project. There you go, right there, almost $50 million. The pie-in-the-sky train has better easements than California's disastrous billion-dollar black hole of a project, considering that we're already trains, not high-speed ones, dedicated buses, and a freeway that the Northwest residents are sick and tired of being told how they can move around. This isn't the shoe-in most outsiders think it is. Did we mention that the high-speed train will go 250 miles an hour? Yeah, it's just like California's when hitting the bottle. And here's how the bottle works in the state of Oregon. Watch this lady very carefully. Mhm. Yeah. She's given water, pops open all the waters, empties the water, and it takes place at a redemption center where she received 10 cents for each bottle. Phew. Newsom's handling of the catastrophic California fires and the overregulated preventing a quick rebuild were the subject hearings on Capitol Hill this week. Right there. That's what it's telling you. That was the congressional subcommittees. Amazing. Amazing that they're doing that crap right there. You won't find any hearing with Newsom on C-SPAN, but Representative Kiley reports that they discussed a staggering 2021 report from NPR of all places. All Things Considered reported an investigation from Cap Radio and the California Newsom collaboration around Newsom has overstated the success of forest management projects, and last year the governor cut funding for fire prevention. Scott Road broke this story for Cap Radio and joins us now from Sacramento. Rod, so early on, Newsom identified some key wildfire prevention projects, and that includes things like forest thinning and prescribed burns, and they were meant to protect some of the most vulnerable communities in California, and he claimed that 90,000 acres were treated, but we found that's not true. The state's own data shows that. In reality, it was less than 1,200 acres. So just a fraction of what Newsome claimed, and looked at the bigger picture. Not just those specific projects, but we also found the state's fire prevention work overall dropped by half last year, which was the worst wildfire season on record for California. And during that time, Newsome also slashed about 150 million from the state's wildfire prevention budget. No pictures, please. Newsome visited with Donald Trump at the White House. There were no reporters invited, no photos were released. Newsome admitted that there weren't many details discussed in that. It was the top line discussion about fire help. This was after the California legislature decided to spend the $50 million on litigation to Trump-proof the state. I mentioned this plan in last week's edition of West Coast, Mest Coast, and suddenly Trump-proofing California seems like a really dumb idea. On the same day, Trump's White House announced he would remove federal funding from sanctuary cities and states. Surf City, USA hangs 10 with Trump. The reliable, normal Huntington Beach has offered its full support to immigration and customs enforcement agents, or better known as ICE. In the pursuit to deport the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens, the city has declared itself a non-sanctuary city. The city of El Cajon in San Diego County is also preparing to follow Huntington Beach's lead, with Bill Wells, mayor, says the move puts them in a legal bind. We have the federal government saying we could be prosecuted if we don't cooperate with them, and the state government saying our police could be prosecuted if they do cooperate, he told News Nations. He said, I'm worried about our police officers because the way the California law is written, they could be prosecuted. They could lose their pensions and they could lose their job. They could even be sued civilly if they cooperate with ICE agents, Wells stated. Mystery. San Diego County Supervisor's Chair Nora Vargas was just reelected to her post when she quit before she even took the health of office. What in the hell? Got it. I got something there. Something went crazy in the background. She says she's leaving because of the pressure of the threats against her. She, like all elected officials, suffer from threats, and the San Diego County Sheriff's Office says there are no specific threats against her. However, they have been providing $38,000 in security costs. The cost was only for 2024. And then there's the pew pew list. San Diego, Senator Catherine Blake's Keepers offered a cribbed version of the anti-gun group run by Gabby Giffords to begin a gun owner list in California. This legislation would create a system to help detect guns smuggled into the state and gives law enforcement the information they need to ensure firearms aren't trafficked. The Giffords group told this Times of San Diego is one of the most laughable gun posts on a news site that I've ever seen. Goodbye, Blobby. Oregon's gender fluid mascot urging people to vote has been erased. We don't know if it represented a change of thinking. There's a Doge in Oregon, or because it's stupid, but Blobby has been fired. Lynette, an Oregon spy for West Coast Mest Coast report, informs us that the Oregon Roundup Substack first reported Blobby has been disappeared from the dumb mascot department at the Oregon state government. Rest in peace, Blobby. The world's great. World has lost its forever gender-full $350,000 government spokesblob. Blobby of Salem, Oregon, passed away February 5th following a brief career extolling the joys of voting in Oregon. Described as a genderful and inclusive, Blobby made an immediate mark on social media, insisting while hiking, canoeing, or wielding a lightsaber, voting in Oregon feels good. The Secretary of State paid design firm Happy Lucky $350,000 for work that included the conception of Blobby. Blobby was courageously the genderful voting mascot in world history. Goodbye, Blobby. Beta Badge. Seattle welcomes a new police chief who's totally on brand for the Emerald City, home of the Summer of Love. The Seattle Times wrote, Sean Barnes is a former history teacher, holds a doctorate, and is considered a next-generation leader by his mentors and peers. In person, he brings something else, optimism, or as this letter writer puts it, letters, we get letters. Dear Victoria Taft, I enjoy your writing and communications with thousands of others. Thought you might like this tidbit about Seattle that continues to swirl the drain. Last night, Channel 5, King TV Evening News introduced Seattle's new chief of police, Sean Barnes, former police chief of Madison, Wisconsin. We, waiting to be informed viewers, were treated to 5 minutes of Mr. Barnes apologizing for himself and asserting his non-assertive qualities, tenderness, compassion, listening, care, and concern, and how much he has to learn and all that he can be taught by Seattle's and Washington State's leftist hyper-woke leadership. Craven and groveling would be wildly understating his bizarre introspective self-introduction. Woke 5 News has never mentioned that during 2019-2020, Seattle's then mayor and city council promoted defund the police. No mention that Seattle's current mayor, Bruce Harrell, was a city councilman during that time and supported some version of defund the police. Presently, you told me that Harrell goes to his office every day, watches videos of himself as a young University of Washington football star. Everything about the disintegration of Seattle would make sense. Otherwise, I can't make sense of responsible adults elected to solve problems doing absolutely nothing about anything. As a parting shot, the King 5 interviewer said Mr. Barnes will be addressing diversity and inclusion soon. And not a single word about the horrific crime/murder rate all over the city, not even a short paragraph announcing Mr. Barnes' big picture thoughts about policing a major northern city in the US. But why kid ourselves? We know that voters in the leadership class of Seattle enjoy graffiti everywhere, homeless addicts everywhere, murder in all neighborhoods, not just the South End, my neighborhood, Pramila J. Powell's district, carjacking everywhere, house break-ins everywhere. Makes for exciting TV news in the evenings. Somebody is profiting from all this madness, right? Sorry for going on at length, but the contrast of President Trump's 10-day directives compared to Seattle's ongoing drain swirl is jarring. Best decks, Seattle. And they haven't ruined everything yet because right here we have long miles of clusters of dolphins was captured on drone video off the central coast of California, forming an unusual superpod of more than 1,500 of the marine creatures. They were on the horizon, I feel, as far as I could see. Captain Evan Brodsky of the Monterey Whale Watch, who captured the drone footage of Friday's huge gathering of Riso dolphins. The sighting was rare. Riso dolphins typically travel in groups of only 10 to 30 animals, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA. But check this out. They have to have the music. They don't have to have the music. A super pod of more than 1,500 dolphins. That is so crazy. Look at that. Just beautiful. Oh, are you a hooker too? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the hookers in the chat. I love it. I love it. Good to see you guys. Yeah, nice to see all the dolphins. It is. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. They've just got music, and I don't want to get in trouble for playing the music because I may have to come back and cut that little portion of it out, which I don't really want to do that at all. But I did have this right here, which I thought was this particular little piece. Check this out. Here we go.
Continue to be on our hearts, and the president and this administration are committed to ensuring
Morning,
that these
Connie.
individuals get the funding that they need. And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list of crap that this administration is cutting, federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $4.5 million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this list to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything. And in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first. And I think the successes of this week so far speak to that, and it's only Wednesday. So I'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you this afternoon. Thank you very much.
She's pretty darned awesome. I'm really liking just her positive attitude. She says what she needs to say, and she gets the hell on with her day. I love that. I love that. That just excites me to no end. It excites me to no end to see that. If we could get some more of that, that would be great. That would be really great. This guy always brings on the humor too, right here.
I honestly think you guys don't have a grasp on how much money USAID was sending out the door. You see this list right here? This is just the end of November through January of this year. It's fucking 2.5 months. Oh, and this is just payments to one organization whose focus is taking care of illegal immigrants that are here in the US. Look at these fucking dates and these dollar amounts. January 22nd, almost 76 million. That same day, we gave them another 4 million. On the 18th, we gave them a payment of 23 million. We also gave them a payment of 97 million. 2 weeks later, we gave them 140 million. Like, almost all of these payments are going to one fucking organization. You're telling me that Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Service, they apparently needed 1.4 million this day, and 281,000, 750,000, 500,000. Oh, and let's make sure before Donald Trump cuts this off, there's a payment of 76 million and 4 million. Guys, this shit has to fucking stop. I honestly...
Yeah. You wonder where your money is going, all those tax dollars. You wonder why we are running low on, and we're having a problem with the deficit. This guy breaks it down. It's so hard for people to understand, and they want to prop up these politicians and say, oh no, these politicians are doing what's best for us. No, 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 not at all. Like this guy right here. He brings a mournful message. He brings a very mournful message. It has affected him so much right here.
It's been what? It's been like 2 weeks. I mean, 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote? In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed. Lost my job last night, got a phone call. The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing with the USAID has real repercussions for real people. For the last 7 years, I have been a shift lead on Project Bus, where we studied to find out if the wheels on the bus went round around or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in, and I'm out of a job. What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids? This isn't a joke. This USAID stuff is not a joke, man. It's affecting real people. And the worst part is, what if we never figure out? What if we never figure out if in fact the wheels on the bus do go round and round? Does nobody care?
The look on his daughter's face is hilarious. Yes, the look on his daughter. That was a parody. He laughed. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was the funniest. That was funniest. He's I saw one a few years back. It was about toilet seats. It was be funded for millions of dollars. Yeah, yes, that one was a parody. He does. Oh, that made me laugh this morning when I saw that one. Oh yes, there's days that we do that. The DEI Death Watch Party Volume 3. Google buckets to the changing cultural headwinds. Another one bites the dust via the BBC. Emphasis as added. Google has become the latest big U.S. firm to scrap its goals to recruit more workers from underrepresented groups. BBC News understands the decision to abandon the DEI, or known as diversity, equity, and inclusion recruitment targets, comes after the company carried out an annual review of its corporate policies. The technology giant is also reviewing some of its other DEI programs. U.S. President Donald Trump and his allies have regularly attacked DEI policies since his return to the White House just over 2 weeks ago. Trump has ordered government agencies to eliminate such agencies. Miss Levitt is forced to be reckoned with. Thank you, Joyce. Donated a $2 super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Joyce. Miss Levitt is a force to be reckoned with. I love it. Thank you so much for the super chat. That right there is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you saw that up there. That was pretty cool. I like that those things come popping up there. I could make them come right across the middle of the screen, but I decided to put them up there at the top. Thank you so much for that. Look at how sparkly this thing is getting. I mean, the safety helmet is getting to max capacity. We're starting to have to overlap things. Thank you so much, Joyce. I appreciate you. So imagine that equity, opportunity, equal opportunity based on merit. Just imagine that. That is a novel concept. By my estimate, that leaves Apple as the only major remaining corporate holdout. Corporate America just didn't do DEI the right way, explains NPR. Just sort of like socialism. Nobody's ever done socialism the right way or communism correctly. 5 years ago, in the wake of George Floyd's red rum and the sweeping reckoning on racism, it sparked corporate America rushed to join in. Big businesses started making big and expensive promises to fight racism and increase diversity. Walmart, the world's largest company, spent $100 million on a new center on racial equity. And that was just one of many such investments. But today, corporate America is rushing just as quickly in the other direction. It may seem that big companies are adapting to political and legal pressure, but diversity experts also blame a more fundamental failure. Many businesses didn't think through their pledges or their costs. From the start, they say, so corporate America may have never gotten DEI right in the first place. What we're seeing in the moment is the few companies who took it to heart and the many who just wanted to sprinkle some DEI on top, especially after George Floyd, says Portia Allen Kyle, who runs the racial justice nonprofit Color of Change. And that was never going to be a viable strategy. So they just didn't go hard enough at it. Obviously, not an impartial player, of course, in that her entire hustle is built around extorting cash money from governments and corporations, and sugar daddy Soros. Just had to try it. Thank you, Nanny Goat. Donated $5 through a super chat. Just had to try it. I love it. Yes, I thought it was pretty cool that I could add that in there. And there's so many more features that I'm going to be adding to these streams. Thank you so much. You'll just have to wait and see what kind of stuff comes up. You will just have to wait and see. Man, you guys have like almost filled this entire thing up. Get down here, edging right on the tip of the helmet right there. See that one was for you. There. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Nanny Goat. Thank you. I love it. And this is the line I remember hearing when growing up. It went like, okay, Stalin did some pretty bad stuff and a few million Chinese starved to death under Mao, but that wasn't real communism. You remember hearing this. The point of the apologism is to justify the infinite do-overs when the next DEI iteration crashes and burns while producing nothing of value whatsoever and stoking racial tensions. That won't have ever been real DEI either. The CDC purges scientific literature of transisms, The Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, has asked its staff to withdraw any scientific papers currently under consideration for internal or external publication so that certain words can be removed, according to several reports. Words that no longer comply with an executive order signed by President Donald Trump, which is designed to end all agency programs that use taxpayer money to promote or reflect gender ideology, are to also be removed. Terms that would be considered for removal include gender, transgender, pregnant person, pregnant people, LGBT, transsexual, non-binary, assigned male at birth, assigned female at birth, biologically male and biologically female, according to a screenshot posted by Inside Medicine. A yellow banner at the top of CDC's website currently states CDC website is being modified to comply with President Trump's executive orders. Given that the academia is riddled with nonsense terms like biologically male, my guess is that the list of studies in the pipeline that will have to be reworked to conform to reality, thanks to Trump, likely number in the hundreds, if not the thousands. Seeing really big change happening on this. And I'm going to grab myself another cup of coffee. Everybody, I suggest, if you have a chance, do the same damn thing. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm not sure how well it's going to work, well, let's see if I can get just a nice little bit of a break in here, and it will be the dance video. So bear with me if this doesn't work. I apologize, but I will be back in just a short bit. Meantime, go grab yourself some coffee, and here we go.
Step aside, y'all, it's my time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air like spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. My shoulders pop like a rusty hinge. My fingers point like they're on a binge. Twirl like a tornado, then drop real low. It's not planned, it's a shit sideshow. I've got the rhythm of a clock that's broke. My dance floor moves are a big effing joke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Rig like a lava lamp, mesmerizing glow. You can't help but watch me steal the show. I summon the shake, the shimmy, the twist, a mix of genius and a big old fist. You're drawn in close, your feet start to twitch, feeling the groove like a broke-ass bitch. Yeah! Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Now we're all in the shake, no need to be shy. Move like spaghetti and reach for the sky. We'll dance like we're cursed, laugh to a sore. Shizzy whiz nut reigns forevermore. So join the dance, let your weirdness unfurl. We're shaking ass, not a care in the world.
The one thing that does bother me with all of this is it won't show the chat over the top of this. That is very aggravating because I like pulling up what you guys are saying in the chat, and I wish it would show over the top. We'll have to figure out. There's got to be a workaround for that one. I'll figure it out pretty soon. Mm, 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 mm. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Donations are always welcome, but never, never necessary. Thank you so much for being here. Not sure who chat is stuck, by the way. It's showing like 20 minutes ago. No, it does take a little bit of time for it to populate on the screen, and I'm usually a few seconds ahead of everybody anyhow. So that's why it's probably taking a little bit for it to show up there. But do appreciate you guys quite a bit for doing this. This is so much fun. I love it. I just wasn't sure if the chat would be showing up behind the screen. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So we have right here a video of a freshman trans representative brutally misgendered on the House floor. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride, rang out in the hate crime of the century from behind the diocese of the People's Chamber, brutal double misgendering delivered in a single sentence. Two birds, one stone. Right here.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. When I was elected,
Yeah. Yeah. And you notice they just did like any normal person would do. And they just went about doing their little spiel. Senator Tim clapped back as social justice people say following the horrific hate crime he endured, live streamed on C-SPAN by defending the same USAID that very possibly had a hand in funding Senator Tim's campaign through campaign cash laundered through nonprofit humanitarian groups like the so-called Human Rights Campaign. Representative Sarah McBride, Democrat, Delaware, the first openly trans person elected to Congress, let her brutal criticism of President Donald Trump's administration do the talking after Thursday, after Representative Mary Miller, Republican Illinois, misgendered her on the House floor. Miller, a Trump ally who has backed anti-trans policies, including the president's wave of executive orders, presided over the House, where she referred to the freshman lawmaker as a gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride. Instead of immediately replying to the swipe ahead of what marked her first ever speech on the House floor, McBride went after the president instead. McBride argued that the attacks on workers and life-saving programs administered by USAID, the agency responsible for distributing billions in foreign aid, that Trump and billionaire cost cutter Elon Musk are looking to shut down, don't just put security and global health at risk. They lay the foundation here at home to gut federal support for education, for health care, for housing, for childcare, for workers, she said. McBride would later turn to the words of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who in 1941 declared that the necessitations of men are not free men. Well, how dare Tim use such gendered language as necessitatious men are not free men on the sacred House floor in this our sacred democracy? What about the necessitatious of non-binary transgender toddlers? Yeah, I'm not going to show that one because Forbes tends to give a little bit of a boot on these, but we'll see what she has to say.
thank you, Madam Speaker. First responders, domestic violence shelters, schools, and healthcare facilities that
That's 4 minutes of babble I don't want to hear about from some dude. I will hand it to Senator Tim. Whatever he had to do to get those vocal cords to act right and impersonate a female voice, a snip here or there, perhaps hats off to him. If one were just listening, not looking at his impressive jawline, one might believe he was a real biological lady. Is the house misgendering petty? Probably. But before we break out the tiny violins for Tim, let's just remember that he is not just an adult trying to live his life as a woman. He's also a bona fide, well,
she went with her family to the doctor, and the doctor said that she's a girl, and everyone should see her and treat her like a girl, right? which is to say that they should call her Jazz, and they should treat her with respect and be nice to her. But can I ask you one more question? So,
Yeah. As we painstakingly documented here, Google's censorship of PJ Media is out of control, and it's flagged as misinformation or hate speech or whatever, allegedly violation of constantly changing policy and demonized by Google. If you appreciate the independent journalism, free of corporate slant and state censorship, consider lending financial support to the heavily censored operation. You can get a 60% discount on your new VIP membership with promo code FIGHT, FIGHT. Yeah, I wasn't going to show it. Wasn't going to show it. Sorry. Not going to show it. It's yeah, it was, the volume was down really low. Volume was down really, really low. Nothing I can do about that one. But yeah, I wasn't going to let that one go through. You can't hear me. Hey MG, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello MG. You know what? I hadn't thought of this. Sometimes I can do this. Let me see. I think I've got it. Add guest copy. Yeah. So I can always send one of these out to the wonderful MG Law if he's available. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. You never know. There we go. Send that out. That's always pretty cool. I don't know how well it works on cell phones, because I know that MG likes to run around early in the morning on his cell phone, but he's welcome to try if he wants to. Oh my gosh. And speaking of weirdness, I have this one here, which came in from from somebody. Here, I'll have to show this to you.
We knew the U.S. government runs a $2 trillion deficit every year. We're in debt almost $40 trillion. And we also knew that anytime anyone tries to cut anything in Washington, the whole city screams bloody murder. Okay, so the question is just why? Well, now we know. The money is all going to them. It's like round tripping to them. New York Times, getting paid. Politico, getting paid. Bill Kristol, perennial warmonger, getting paid. Ukraine, getting paid. Like 11 out of 12 publications, Ukraine, getting paid.
Incredible.
Viktor Orban, who's the prime minister of Hungary, was saying that he's very popular in Hungary. His political opposition, funded by USAID. In Poland, the left-wing political opposition funded by USAID, and on and on and on it goes.
BBC. You wonder why everyone in the UK is so, yeah.
Like
I couldn't believe the BBC is getting paid.
Every left-wing organization in the world seems to be getting paid by this slush fund at USAID, which disperses about $50 billion a year. That's $1 billion a week. That's actually a lot of money. And so it makes you wonder, the left in general tries to portray itself as a movement of the people, that it's grassroots. This is the exact opposite. This is AstroTurf. This is basically money coming from the top down out of Washington to fund all of these groups, maybe not even in the United States, like all over the world. So it makes you wonder, what is the real level of local support for these left-wing policies all over the world?
Yes. And the more this gets shown, the faster that it ends. The insanity will end when well, it won't end, because they'll just think of new ways to be insane, like this lady right here. It's an anti-deportation farm for migrants.
You will not be deported. You will not be deported. These are not the migrants you're looking for. These are not the migrants you're looking for. ICE agents explode! ICE agents explode!
Yeah. There's people out there like this. There are people out there like this. But you have to remember that they are getting very nervous. And this guy right here will show you exactly why they got so nervous. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Raspberries. There we go. Oh my gosh. Motorboating rituals. People should. Oh, great, folks. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Yes. I wanted to enjoy at least 10 minutes of the net this morning. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious.
Nervous and reticent to come up here and speak just for retaliation purposes. I just wanted to share some things that are going on at my agency. In the last week, we had Elon Musk in our building, and after he visited the building, he called for a 50% cut of the entire agency.
Mm-hmm.
My colleagues are getting 15-minute one-on-one.
Thank you so much. We just got a super chat from Wes in Bama. Thank you so much. $1.99 from Wes in Bama. These aren't the droids you're looking for. God, you guys are awesome. I love that. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Right there. Thank you so much, Wes. Wes in Bama. Brother. Enjoyed this much. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Check-ins with 19, 20, and 21-year-old college graduates asking to justify their existence.
Mm-hmm.
Supervisors are being told not to tell their staff anything, withhold
Yeah.
information. And today we got word that supervisors must now fill out a justification form, and that there's going to be just a 30% rank and yank with all staff in my agency.
And so this guy is all upset because they started firing federal workers. Here's the thing. If you've got a supervisor having to justify your existence within the agency, why are our taxpayer dollars going to fund this? Now it's one of those where you're going, okay, so what does this guy actually do? I mean, it brings about that scene from Office Space where they come in and the Bobs come in and they're just like, so what exactly do you do here? Like, what is your purpose for being here other than to collect a paycheck? And this happens in corporate America where, there's people that they have a job and the reason they got the job was just because they greased all the right palms. But you ask them, he loads the paper in the copier. Hey, it's still something. You can justify your existence for it. Yeah, American Dreamer, exactly. This is history in the making. It's well, what would you say you do here? Well, I get here late usually, and I show up and I sit at my desk thinking about what I'm going to do all day until about lunchtime, and then I take a lunch break, and then I come back late from my lunch break, and I sit here and I watch just the screen a little bit longer, maybe shuffle some papers around to make it look like I'm busy. But other than that, Bob, I don't do a damn thing here. Oh, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that these folks are having to justify where our taxpayer dollars are going. They've gone for so long not having to do this, not justify the reason why they actually have a job in the first place. It's 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 the whole the construction worker thing where you see 15 guys sitting around leaning on shovels while one guy is digging a ditch. This guy's working his butt off while the rest of the people are just standing around and watching him. And it goes like that day in, day out. There's one person that's doing all the work. The rest of them are just collecting a paycheck on the taxpayer's dollar. And ending that, or get your butt to work. You can make a quick job of everybody throwing in, getting the work done. But It's the same thing that you run into with a lot of unions in the United States here, is whenever you have something that's unionized, it makes it where they tell people, "Stop working so hard." It makes the rest of us look bad, so things don't get done. They're being paid to slack off, and the more they slack off, the more work that they can get. It's crazy.
And to top it all off, one of Musk's top lieutenants and his wife and young child have shacked up on the 6th floor of our agency and are living there. The hallway has been blocked off with a special access list for people who can't get back there.
Yeah.
Queer and trans folks of my agency are being doxxed in public.
I don't think that's true. Pennies are used to be a nickel cut into pieces, a pence. Yes.
Their lives threatened.
And I don't agree that anybody's life should be threatened and nobody should be doxxed. That would be inappropriate behavior. I hope that wasn't happening, because if it is, that would be a bad thing. That would be a really bad thing. Just saying. Doxing, bad. Very bad. Don't do it. But we show here why the losing losers in the Democrat Party keep losing. They shut up you. According to Simon and or Garfunkel, and who are we kidding? It was Simon. Darkness is my old friend. Well, I don't know if darkness was ever truly my friend, but reality, absolutely, unquestionably my oldest enemy, especially when I was in my 20s and single. Reality ruined everything. It prevented me from dating supermodels. It's why Pam Anderson wouldn't return my calls, and why that babe from Xena insisted on restraining order, because of cold, unforgiving reality. I never got to be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, never even played a single Super Bowl, and instead of driving a wicked cool Ferrari, I was puttering around in a Buick station wagon with wood paneling. I love this. Reality sucks. Every time a cute girl rejected me, I'd fall to my knees, raise my face to the heavens, and scream at the top of my lungs, "Damn you, reality, damn you to hell." My problem, of course, wasn't PR, nor was it spin, ineffective branding, or off-target communications. It was reality. I was broke, dorky college kid with bad hair and acne. I lived in a basement apartment. I ate too much Taco Bell. What can I tell you? All the PR in the world wouldn't have moved the needle for a 22-year-old me. That's because I wasn't suffering from a PR problem. It was a reality problem. Bloomberg released an interesting article yesterday. Democrats' protest tactics show political impotence in Trump era. The opening line of the second paragraph lets the cat out of the bag. Stagecraft is, for now, Democrats' statecraft. Meaning that the Democrats' solution to MAGA's momentum is to double down on PR tactics, stagecraft, theatrics, content, and spin. It's exactly the wrong approach. Trump is simply better at it. When you're the opposition party, you're almost always on the defense because you're responding to the agenda of the majority. To be successful, you must be skillful, opportunistic counterpuncher. You can't take the bait and swing wildly at everything. You must be disciplined, pick your moments, and steal rounds with selective flurries. But Trump is just too busy to counterpunch. Normally, a politician will occasionally sleep, rest, or take a day off. Not Trump. He's a whirlwind of manic motion. And by the time the Democrats get ready to counterpunch, it's already yesterday's news. The Democrats are aware of their impotence and loss of manhood, which also extends to the DNC. Bloomberg article continues. Senator Patty Murray, whose position as the top-ranking Democrat on the Appropriations Committee in the past years has given her powerful influence over federal spending, said her party's actions amounted to pulling the fire alarm on an unfolding crisis. Of course, it would be the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. Oh, do you have the camera on or do you have your background on? Let's see here. I don't have an intro for this man right here, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah. You've got, there it is. Now it's working.
See? I can figure this stuff out.
Yes, it works.
Took me just a second, but I got it taken care of.
Cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Yeah. This is a pretty sweet thing. Like you saw the super chats come popping up there on the top, and I got my chat down at the bottom. It's so cool. It is so cool. I'm digging this. I'm digging this one.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is like whenever I end the stream, I can't pull up all of the chats that are coming in, which was so much fun because you would get those just come rolling in. And also I don't have that delay at the end of the stream where I can sit there and like say stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have that delay, I don't think.
Gotcha.
But other than that, this is really fun. I'm enjoying the new thing, and it's cheaper too.
Yeah, man, you gotta, and these days you gotta save every dollar you can, because wait till you do your tax returns.
Yes.
Let me just tell you that. Yeah.
Yes.
It sucks.
Yeah, that one came up popping across the top right there. Also, the $2 super chat from Kelly. Beat good morning to all. Let's have a great day. Now, another thing I can do if I ever want to is I can put I've got that one right there. Is I could put the little super chat thing anywhere that I want it to. The little explosion that happens on there.
Yeah.
I can make it show up in the center of the screen as huge as I want. Like, it's pretty cool.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm digging this.
Nice.
I'll have to show expert how to do that. You have to have it installed in Streamlabs already.
Yeah.
Like you have to have that little thing happening. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Not bad. At least on this one, you can use the avatars to talk.
Yes.
Unlike what was it, OBS you tried to use or something?
Oh yeah.
That we tested out before. Yeah.
Well, this is still the same company that does it. This is Streamlabs, and they created just the browser-based version for it.
Oh, okay.
So it still hooks up with Streamlabs OBS.
Right.
And you get all of the cool stuff that comes with that. But then you also have this one right here, which is the browser-based version of it. And I can add up to 12 people plus extra cameras. So think about this. Diva, whenever she's doing her paint stream, if she was using this, you don't have to pay for the extra camera or the full thing.
Yeah, because that's an extra expense to be able to. You have to like upgrade the package or whatever to be able to use more than one cameras. And I've told her, I said, y'all just log in twice and use the other camera. But
no, this one does it automatically. Like
nice.
I can add myself like 3 or 4 times on this one if I wanted to. You would see like a whole bunch of me doing the exact same thing if I wanted to, without any extra cost.
Yeah.
For less than what you would pay for the premium whatever, just your lowest level on StreamYard, this does everything. This does everything already.
So it doesn't show the names?
It does show the names. It does show the names, and I'll show you how it does show the names.
Oh,
if I hide this right here, like that, it shows the names.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but whenever it's full screen like that, whenever I'm showing these kind of things,
gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so it's not much different than StreamYard.
No, it's actually better. It's actually much better. Like you can add in your avatars, you can add in you can set up your schedule. I also don't have to create, like before I'd have to go into Rumble and constantly update this.
Oh yeah,
in Rumble and then pull everything over into this. No, I can just do it right here from the browser. And I still have to do a couple of things on the other side, which I'd normally do, which is like if I'm doing a stream at night, I usually turn on subscribers only. I don't do that in the mornings. Like very, very cool stuff.
Right.
I can put the super chats come scrolling up at the bottom. If I want to, I can have just the chats show up at the bottom. I can move that all around the screen anywhere I want to. There are a couple of things that I'm still need to figure out, but once I get those done, I'm going to make it Oh, this is going to be so much better.
Nice.
So much better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Expert was running Streamlabs last night when he did his members only thing. Of course, by the way, who the hell streams during the Super Bowl?
I did.
Losers. Losers. It was a good game too.
Yeah, didn't the Kansas City Chiefs lose?
Oh, bad. The score is not an indication of how bad they lost.
Oh my god. Oh my
god. They got in a couple garbage touchdowns, and it's like the score does not reflect how bad this game went. Yeah, I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I don't really watch pro football anymore. I stopped watching pro football. I want to say back in the 80s, 90s, something like that.
Yeah,
just sort of got turned off by it. I don't know. I enjoy college football.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
College football is the best.
Yeah, because they're really working hard to get there. You know.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, the Eagles put in their second string, and the Chiefs put Mahomes back in there just to score a touchdown, even though they were getting, even though the game was over.
Yeah,
and they put Mahomes back in just to score a touchdown. It's like, no.
Well, sometime this week, I don't know when it'll be, but sometime this week, I'm going to try, and also I can create. On this, I can create special little things for each one of the types of streams that I do. Like if I'm doing the morning show, and it automatically I can select those particular streams, and it will also each one of them is tailored for that particular stream. Like my background, the lettering, how everything is displayed.
Yeah.
The intros, the outros, all of that stuff is automatically saved in there. All I have to do is just switch it, and it'll do however I want it to do.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm digging this. Used to play football, and don't watch NFL anymore. Damn.
I'm more of a, when it comes to NFL, I'm more of a casual watcher. Like I'll watch a game every now and then the only reason I watched the Super Bowl, to be honest, was to see the Chiefs get beat. And they did.
They did. It's all rigged, in my opinion. Yeah.
Well, it was like they kept hyping him up. You know, nobody's ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row, and blah 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 blah. And I was just like, they're going to lose.
Oh yeah.
And sure enough, yeah, I do believe a lot of aspects of the NFL are rigged, but the way they got beat, that's like, I don't know if you could have rigged that one.
No.
I mean, it was a total destruction.
Yeah, somebody brought in the fire. That right there is and that's also the same way with, college football. Everyone's saying, oh, these guys, they can't be beat, they're unbeatable.
Oh yeah,
that's
I see that in college football all the time. Yeah,
they get trampled. The other team just brought the game, brought it better.
Yep.
I keep carrying him to Brady. He is not anywhere near Brady's level. Sorry, it's just not going to happen.
No, it's not even close. So what are the Democrats lying about now?
Oh, their Democrat Party just can't help itself for its own psychological reasons. It can't move beyond the denial stage of grief. Doing so would jeopardize the party's sense of purpose, identity, and ego. Right now, the patient cannot heal itself because it won't accept the diagnosis. Instead, it rejects us and says Trump is the little German artist, and
he's Austrian. He's Austrian.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah. MAGA is Austrian. I am the only one defending democracy. The same rational actor would take a step back and consider his own rule in losing 3 branches of government, a majority of state houses, 2/3 of the Supreme Court, and they develop a better product. Fortunately for the GOP, they're just not ready for that level of introspection. Not yet, and probably not until it's forced upon them. And so the losers of the Democrat Party continue to lose. They can't even counterpunch effectively because they overreact to every feint. They're so ridiculously undisciplined, they're chasing shadows, following the champ around the ring like a puppy dog, eating a buffet of rights, jabs, and uppercuts. Damn, this is brutal. Meanwhile, the most vocal member of the Liberal Alliance are pleading for more theatrics, more fireworks, and more outraged opposition. It's exasperated activists who expect a stronger democratic response. Progressive Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I still think she's pregnant, told Political her colleagues in the Senate would blow this place up, including a halt on all Trump cabinet nominees. The Democrat Party is like a patient that's dying of cancer, but instead of chemo, they keep on upping the dosage of Midol. It's exactly, precisely 100% the wrong remedy, and that's the reality of it. Damn. That was just so brutal.
Well,
that is so brutal.
They suck. So
what
we expect?
Well, they've been losing their manhood, as they like to put it. It's and this is, you know, this was predicted. This was predicted. All this crap was completely predicted. It's like people did not get the memo. Here, this is, here you go. This is a perfect example.
Sorry, I apologize for the way I look. I just worked all day. I run my own cleaning business. I am the sole cleaner. It is me. I do everything. I work my ass off.
Shouldn't you be too tired to make videos?
To be able to provide for me and my husband. Our kids are grown, moved out. It's hard, you guys.
What's your husband
do?
do?
Want to continue to do what we do. My husband has a business as well, and pay our taxes to a corrupt piece of shit government.
Yes.
It's hard. It's really hard. We owe a big chunk at the end of this month for last year's taxes. A big chunk.
Yep.
Tens of thousands of dollars. A big chunk. And at this point, I'm going to send him something, and it ain't going to be the fucking money I worked my ass off for. So that Angelina motherfucking Jolie's bitch ass can go stand next to fucking Zelensky and take a fucking photo op. Or
For
Ben
20 million.
motherfucking Stiller or Nancy fucking Pelosi. Fuck you.
4
Fuck
million.
you all. Fuck, suck a dick. I fucking hate you. I hate the government. I hate celebrities. I fucking hate you. Like, what the actual fuck? We are being fucked, and more fucked every fucking day. And Democrats are on here talking shit about fucking Trump and Elon. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome. Because guess what? Without Trump and Elon, we wouldn't know this, and it would continue to fucking happen. But that's okay, because the big scary orange man isn't in office. Fuck you too. I am so done. Goose Fraba. Fuck everybody who didn't vote for Trump or who isn't supporting this, because you're a piece of shit too.
I like her. I like her spirit.
I love her spirit. I love her spirit. I love her spirit. Oh, now
Yeah.
compare her outrage to this moron's outrage.
Elon Musk is such a two-faced
I hate
turncoat
him.
traitor because he was a climate champion. And he sold himself out for a buck and some power.
Climate change
Don't
is a
follow
scam.
that guy.
Changed my mind.
That guy doesn't even have his original accent anymore. Don't follow him. Don't listen to him. We're the ones who we have to believe in. We're the ones who we're waiting for, and we're the ones that have
But he's driving
to
a
move
Tesla,
forward
though.
together.
Yeah.
Guarantee he drives a Tesla.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's a traitor.
Traitor my ass.
Yeah.
You know,
it's funny how, and you've noticed this over the past week with USAID, it's funny how all up in arms these people get when you reveal the scam.
Oh, God,
yes. When you reveal the fact that you've got millions of dollars going to celebrities for photo ops with somebody you're trying to keep in power, but yet we don't have money to be able to go to the people of North Carolina and East Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll give you a $750 loan Yeah.
Oh.
But yet you've got all these funds to send out to all these stupid programs which do not further the cause of America, which is supposed to be the purpose of it. You're going out and you're providing programs and you're providing assistance to be able to help people across the world to further the interests of America. Yet none of that furthers the interests of America. And now that the people are starting to see it, they're starting to see the scams. It's what was it I read something the other day? It said the amount of conspiracy theories have gone way down due to the fact that they've all been revealed.
Yeah. That is so damn true.
They're trying to put Alex Jones out of a job.
Yeah.
All these things I've talked about are true, and I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, check this out. What she has to say, and this is pretty spot on.
If you have anything negative to say against Elon Musk and Doge doing a federal audit, then I've officially decided that you are a part of the money laundering. It's as simple as that. Because we the people deserve to know where all of our money is being spent and what ridiculous spending programs our government is wastefully spending all of our money on. It's not like we get to pick our own salaries like people in Congress, but no, these people have an issue with that, which makes you wonder. Who's funding them? What are they doing? They're starting to sweat. And you know what I just found out today? Doge is getting access to FEMA's salary history. And I am so freaking excited. Stay tuned, everybody, because shit's about to get real. And also, if you really wanted to know where all of our tax dollars are being spent to at this point, you could just tell me the federal government spent millions of dollars to figure out whether or not Thanos could actually snap the Infinity Gauntlet, and I would believe you. Oh, wait! They actually did that. They also spent money on trying to do trans surgeries for various animals, torturing poor innocent beagle puppies, and spending $4 billion of U.S. aid on all kinds of stuff with a certain gray-haired man named Fauci. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I am so excited. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. The federal government 110% deserves to be audited because the American people have to deal with you guys up our ass 24/7. It is about time that you felt a little bit of the repercussions of when you F around, you find out. And finally, we have someone who's willing to go put their money where their mouth is. So I can't wait to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow because we're going to see Super Bowl commercials that Elon Musk paid for himself with $40 million to show all of us how the government is ridiculously spending their money. Oh, sorry, our money. Because, like hell, any of them actually have a real job. But anyway, this is so exciting.
You know, I really like pigtails.
I do too.
Well, I didn't see any of those commercials. That's one of the reasons I like watching the Super Bowl. It isn't so much for the gameplay. I like seeing the commercials, and everything had a very, very patriotic slant to it last night.
Yeah, imagine that, how that happens just overnight. Just imagine. Unlike this guy. Jeez.
Hey, my name's Max. If you've been following along, I am a transgender man that is preparing to flee the United States.
Please do.
Today I want to talk about Spain, which is my #1 option for where I would go to.
But
if
they
you
won't
could,
take you.
please follow me. I am very close to getting into the TikTok Creators Fund. I just need more followers. I have.
The hell?
I did TikTok Creators Fund. I just need more followers.
Nobody's gonna watch you, honey.
Sorry, sweetheart. It's not gonna happen.
About 7,500, and I need 10,000. Any of the money that I get from views or that Creators Fund goes towards me fleeing. There are many reasons why Spain is my #1 option.
You think you get that much money?
These people don't understand how
people
this works.
don't know how this works.
No.
Oh my God. You've got. Sorry, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. You got these stupid ass people that watch social media and they got so many subscribers and I'm sure they make tons of ad revenue. Unless you're in the hundreds of thousands to million subscribers, you're not going to make jack off of social media. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's Rumble. I don't care if it's TikTok, whatever it is. Yes, you'll get a part of their ad revenue sharing program, but the fact of the matter is you're not going to make a damn thing. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works.
No.
This is not a career.
No.
I'm sorry. All you people out there who are striving to do all this for money, this is not a career. You need to take your ass back to McDonald's and finish cooking my fries. Okay? That's what you need to do.
Well, you heard Elon Musk said that he would totally fund a program if someone did it, called it 69 minutes.
What's that?
Oh, you hadn't seen that?
No, I haven't seen this.
Rosalind Duke tagged me in this, and I said I would totally do this. Let me see if I've got it. It is where was it? Notifications. Here it is. This one right here. Let me make sure I've got this. It is the funniest thing that I saw, and right here. So Stephanie Tyler said, okay, here we go. Let me pull this up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Why is it acting so funky? Doggone it. Well, it was a thing that came in from Musk. It was a thing that came in from Musk, and I'll just show it right here. So this came in. It said, anyone want to create a hard-hitting show on X called 69 Minutes? I will actually fund it. And she said, why does this make me think of you? To me, expert in mowing the deep end.
Yeah.
And I said, well, if Elon Musk wants to throw money at these wonderful people that do this for fun, I would take him up on it. I would need to see a contract first. I'm not quitting my day job until then.
Right.
Not doing it. Not doing it.
No.
Like, and this is the problem that people don't realize with all of these, streams and crap like that. This is not anything compared to my day job.
No,
like I don't live in my mom's basement. I don't live off of my mommy.
Most people who get on here to be creators of YouTube are in one of two categories. They either, number one, they have another job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or number two, they're collecting a check. That's most creators on YouTube. They either have another job or they're collecting a check.
Yes. Yeah, because the amount of money that would require me to give up a day job, I would have to pull in a lot of not just super chats, but ad revenue, which means you have to have like probably close to like 10,000 subs, 100,000, 50,000, 60,000 subs watching you on a daily basis. I'm not talking about, that view you.
Right. You're talking about somebody who has hundreds of thousands of subscribers who streams every single day.
Yes.
In order to make
every day
anything close to what you're making now.
Right. And then you have to make sure that your streams are completely YouTube compliant. Whenever I say completely YouTube compliant, you can't have the cursey words. You can't, there's so much crap that you can't do on YouTube that gets you demonetized. I wouldn't be able to show the clips that I show. I mean, like all kinds of things like that YouTube will downgrade your content and take all that money for themselves.
Exactly. That's why anything that I do is for fun.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
It is not to try to earn money myself, earn money for other creators, whatever. That's not why I get on here. I get on here just to have fun.
Exactly. And you do have fun. I mean, if you didn't see the Down Home Network the other day, that was a crazy stream. So like you guys missed out. If you did not see that, all you had to do was just see the stream that I did on Saturday, and you'll see that it's only like a 5 or 6 minute stream, but there's a link in there where you can go catch the rest of the Down Home Network's show. You can catch the whole thing.
You will laugh your ass off.
Yes, you will. Oh, that was some funny shift. Yes, absolutely it was. Oh, and from what I understand is there's another one going to be coming up soon that I'm going to be on with that, and I believe they might have Baker on there coming up soon, which is going to be really cool.
We don't.
Oh,
we don't know. The fellers in the skinny jeans haven't confirmed anything yet. So
you want to see something else that I can do on here? I've got to show this to you if I've got it here. It is doggone it, I don't have it here, but there is another one on here. Like I'll show you later. I'll show you later. There's some pretty cool stuff on this thing. And let's get back to watching what this lady has to say about leaving the United States and going to Spain.
Is my number one option for where I would go to. If you could please follow me. I am very close to getting into the TikTok Creators Fund. I just need more followers. I have about 7,500 and I need 10,000. Any of the money that I get from views or that Creators Fund goes towards me fleeing. There are many reasons why Spain is my number one option, and I really hope that this video reaches people in Spain. That would be incredible, so that I could get more insights. The number one reason being that I am fleeing with a family that has a trans kid, and so that kid is going to need to have access to
That's
healthcare,
creepy.
and specifically gender-affirming care, and Spain has really good gender-affirming care. I'm also going to need healthcare because of needing to be on hormones. I'm also choosing Spain because I hear transportation there is really good, and I'm not going to have a car. The reason I'm thinking Europe in general is because once you get an EU passport, it is incredibly easy to travel to other European countries. I know a lot of countries are starting to lean more right, and I want to be able to travel if need be, if I need to flee a second time, which I really hope doesn't happen. The places that I've heard are the most trans-friendly are going to be Barcelona, Madrid, and Valencia. I am specifically looking at Valencia. So I would love to hear any insights that Spanish people have about these cities. Something that I have heard from a lot of my viewers that are living in Spain is that a lot of apartments don't have AC, so just a heads up. Since I'm a therapist, I would be attempting to get a digital nomad visa while still providing therapy for clients in the US, in the state that I have my license active in. However, if things get worse, you can claim asylum as a transgender person. They do have gender identity specific asylum processes. I have been advised
they're
that
not going to take
it is
you.
smarter to first apply for the tourist visa, and then once you actually get to Spain, then apply for either the digital nomad visa or claim asylum or whatever visa options you're looking into.
I don't think this idiot understands. I mean, I'm sure she's looked into the process, and I'm going to call her she. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sure she's looked into the process, but it is so much harder to be able to leave the US and go into a European country where you're now a part of that country.
Yeah.
It is a hell of a lot more difficult process than she thinks.
People don't understand there's a difference between being on like a travel visa, owning property in another country, and becoming an expat, because an expat is an expatriate, which means that they denounce the United States.
Yes.
That means they become a citizen of another country. And all these people say, well, we're expats. And it's just like, okay, so you never plan on going back to your country. Oh, no. I mean, I didn't leave my country for good. Then you're not an expat.
No.
You're a LARPer. You're a person that's living in another country part of the time. I know this because the mother-in-law they've purchased property in France. And the way that works is you have to do all kinds. There's a lot of hoops you have to jump through because, for example, in France, if one of them, if they pass away, children get a tax break. Okay. Children will get a tax break. I think if not, you have to pay 60% of the value in taxes in France. Okay. Whenever if say, for example, it's a stepchild that inherits it, they have to pay 60% of what that property is worth, say, or what they gained off of it. Now, as a child, as a biological child, there's, I think, like a 200,000 or something like that dollar cut that up to $200,000 you don't have to worry about. I mean, it's just insane. You have to get a notaire. You have to, I mean, the amount of documents that you have to sign and pay for getting in there, it is insane. Plus, you still have to pay your U.S. taxes and all that kind of crap. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, they're doing it because they want to have a place to be, and it's just to go vacation because they found that they like the area. But it is highly hard for American citizens to become if you want to become an expat, it's really easy. You just go and denounce the United States and figure out which country is going to take you. Most of them won't take you.
No, they won't.
They'll send your ass right the hell back. They're just like, yeah, we have our own citizens to deal with. We don't want you.
You're not a refugee. You're not fleeing a war-torn country. You're just fleeing a country where you don't have the same beliefs as, well, the majority of Americans, according to the last election.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Give it 4 years. Give it 4 years.
Exactly.
Your mind is it changes every damn 4 years. And sometimes even before that, things change. It's just like these people are so worked up and so against anything that they haven't stopped to consider. Like, I didn't see a mass fleeing of Republicans during the last election. They were just like, nope, we're just gonna work harder to make America better. We're gonna work harder. That's all it is. You grin, you bear it for 4 years, and then guess what happens? Boom.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody, I am getting ready to shut this bad thing down. I will probably be doing a stream tonight. I've got some stuff that I've been working on in the background. Of course, I have a feeling, a strange feeling, there's going to be lots of pleadings that come out over the next week. I'd go back to that craziness. Yeah, it's but I do have some stuff that I'm going to be working on tonight. And hopefully we end up with just a nice little, possibly this weekend, maybe this weekend. Are you down for this weekend? What we were talking about earlier, the deposition that we're planning on reading?
We'll see. I need to look at a couple of things.
Well, I know that Diva is going to have a paint stream for Valentine's Day. Isn't that right?
She already did it.
She already did that?
She did it Saturday.
See, I'm such a slacker. I didn't.
Yeah,
even
her and Valhalla had a nice little Valentine's painting stream.
Did he actually show up this time?
Oh yes, he did. He was right there on time. He was alert and ready to go.
No deer meat involved.
That's right.
Deer meat involved.
That's right.
That's awesome. Everybody, have a wonderful one. We'll see you again very, very soon. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy Whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Headlines spinning in the breeze, stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning Whiz and Coffee. Talk the news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy Whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning Whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.